Hey guys, welcome to Zatu. I'm Zane.
And I'm Josh.
And welcome to another unboxing edition where today I'll be looking at King of Tokyo.
And I'll be looking at the King of New York.
And the basic concept of each game is that you're a monster smashing up other monsters trying to gain control of the city. In my case, I've got Tokyo.
Yeah, and I've got New York here with Manhattan being the key borough in this game. Before we took into these, I must say, look how great these look. Look at the artwork on this.
I do love the artwork on the boxes. It's something that's very sort of comic-like, I think the drawings. Obviously on mine I've got the awards at the bottom. We've got Seal of Excellence from Dice Tower and the 2011 winner of Best Family Game.
Wow. And
also the Golden Geek Award from Board Game Geek from 2012. And more than 1 million smashes. So off the bat, I can already see a big difference between the two games, and that's in the board. So I'll take mine out first, just leaving to give a bit more suspense going on there. So this is the board.
Oh.
As you can see, it's quite vast, very big, and I would expect a Tokyo map to be a little bit bigger. Tokyo is a huge city, on sort of worldwide basis.
That's one of the smallest boards I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's not really much to say about the board. You can see the cities in destruction. Got fire going on there. You got Tokyo City and Tokyo Bay. So the only thing I could probably say is that Tokyo Bay would only be played if you had 5 or 6 players.
Right.
So if you got 2 to 4 players, you'll be concentrating on only using Tokyo City. So yeah, that's my board.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, basic on the boards wise. Again, going down to the whole basic concept of the game, which is quite good. So should we move on to a bit more?
Yes, and I can already tell this board looks so much better, if I do say so myself. Here we go. Here's the Manhattan.
It's only double the size.
Double the size, but I just feel it looks a lot better. I don't know what it is, but you've got the boroughs of New York there, so you've got Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn and Staten Island. Yeah. And in this game, the ultimate aim is to be in Manhattan. And if you're in Manhattan, you'll be fighting the monsters in the 4 boroughs outside of Manhattan. And if you're not in Manhattan, you'll be attacking the monster in Manhattan. You want to be in the main place.
You want to be in Manhattan.
Everyone wants to be in Manhattan.
Well, lower, midtown, or upper, it's totally up to you. Well, I want to go into one of my favorite aspects of the game, and that's the dice.
Yep.
I love the fact that any move you make is dictated by a roll of the dice. Now, each turn, a player will roll 6 dice, and as you can see, they have different sides to them. So you've got numbers 1, 2, and 3. You've got a claw, a heart, and a lightning bolt.
Okay.
And each turn, a player will have 3 goes at rolling the dice. So just to explain what each one is, so the numbers on there dictate the amount of points that you get. So to get a certain amount of points, you need to roll 3 of the same number to get that point. So for example, if you roll 3 ones, you get 1 point. And then you've got lightning bolt, which is energy points, and the heart is healing, and then you've got the claw, which is attack. So the same with all of that. You need a certain sequence to take amount of points, whichever kind of point take through to the game.
Yep.
So any player's turn, they get 3 rolls of the dice. So I'm going to roll mine and have that. So from there, you can choose to keep certain dice on the table and pick up the rest and roll for your final however many turns you have. So for example, on this one, I don't have really much going on, so I'm going to keep one of the 3s and the attack point because I quite like that aspect of the game. You can choose to be aggressive or passive, so you can be on the passive side, you want to collect as many points and try and get to the total of 20 to win the game, or attack and take everyone out, because of course with the game, as when you take the rest of the players out, you again win.
Yeah, that's right. You don't have to get 20 points. You can be the last monster standing if you choose to be that brutal.
Well, I can already see between the dice that mine is slightly different to yours.
Yeah, I don't have numbers on mine. I do have a couple of extra symbols. So I have the building that's being destroyed there.
Okay.
Which does allow you to attack one of the buildings in your own borough. But as I mentioned before, once you do this, the military will be on your case.
You don't want
so
that.
You have to watch out for that one. I also have a skull.
Okay.
On my dice. And I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, that this, if you get 3 of these, you'll get the Statue of Liberty card, which I'll come on to later. And I also have a star. Did you have a star on yours? You didn't
No,
have
I
a
didn't
star.
have a star.
No, when you have 3 of these star dice, when you roll 3, you get the superstar card.
Superstar card.
Yeah, so you can get additional points per round, but your other players will be aiming to steal this from you. So it's I don't know, it's a bit of a, I don't know, like the Don card in Cash and Guns or something along those lines. It gives you an advantage throughout the game, and other people will want that advantage. Really.
So I want to move on to a really good part of the game, aspect of the game as well, is your player tiles.
Yes. Now these are very interactive.
They are. This is one of the things I like them. So for me, I've got the King. I've got Alienoid. I'm liking the names. Mega Dragon. Gigazol. Space Penguin. Now this is my personal favorite because everyone loves a penguin, but this one's a space penguin. So
Super cool.
that's, and then Cyber Kitty. I know Josh, this is his personal favorite.
Sounds so vicious. So I'm starting off with Kong,
Oh,
possibly related to the Great King. We don't know. This looks like a really cool dude. I love his shades.
he does look like a bit of a Sasquatch more than a gorilla.
Yeah, a bit of a DJ.
I think
Looks
so.
like a bit of a DJ. Yeah, maybe could work at Radio 1 one day. I have the Sheriff. Angry looking dinosaur there.
Definitely a T-Rex with small arms.
Yep. I have Draconis.
I like that. That's a cool name. That's very cool.
That's a fancy name. And again, you know, he's kind of robotic. Don't know if he's got like a lightning bolt there, ready to shock his opponents. Speaking of robotics, I've got Rob,
Rob.
everyone's favourite robot.
Rob the robot.
Rob the robot.
Doesn't sound as deadly as say Kong.
No. You don't hear many people go, "Oh no, Rob." You know.
Everyone run for your lives. Rob's coming.
Sorry if your name's
It's
Rob.
Rob, yeah.
I have Mantis, which looks like a giant bug.
Maybe a giant praying mantis.
Maybe a giant praying mantis. There you go. I have Captain Fish, finally.
Captain Fish.
Yep. He looks like a cool, sneaky dude.
I feel on some of them they could have gotten a bit more creative on the names. You know, it's supposed to be monsters. It's Captain Fish doesn't sound like something too terrifying.
No.
You know, if I saw a crowd of people running, oh my god, Captain Fish! I would be like, Captain Fish.
Yeah, you think your day's coming to an end if you heard that, and then Rob comes along as well. It's just, I don't know.
It's all over then.
New York's in big trouble. So next up, I have some energy cubes.
Oh.
Do you have those in yours?
I do have them.
Then, you know, nice shiny green.
Yeah, I quite
finish.
like them. You know, a lot of other games maybe would have perhaps gone with a bit more wooden. But I think keeping with the appeal of the green nature, especially in the dice, they've gone with energy cubes. And you could probably, you know, green quite energetic colour,
Yeah,
quite see-through.
goes in with the theme of the dice as well.
Although if you are playing with kids, especially smaller ones, maybe keep an eye out because they are very small.
Yeah.
And I feel that if I played, I probably would misplace quite a few of these because they are, especially getting more aggressive into the game. You know, if somebody takes you out, could get quite angry.
If you lose,
throw things off.
If you lose Manhattan, you're gonna want it back. But yeah, the energy cubes, they also count as currency within the game in New York anyway.
And they do in Tokyo as well, because when you do get your ability cards, some of the cards are at cost. So the cards that I've got, so we're looking at the back, we've got the green, again going on with the continuity through the game of the colour. I like the effects on the back, quite energetic again. I think the colour green was a good choice to go with.
Definitely.
And then, as I was saying before, the sort of energy points. So if you pick up this card, costs you 3 energy cubes to get, and it gives you sort of other abilities. But a lot of the cards, most of the cards that you get is either keep or discard. So this one, for example, is a discard card. And then if you do pick up a card, for example, I've got Stretchy, and it's a keep card. So it's before resolving your dice, you can spend 2 energy cubes to change one of your dice to any result.
The little number in the corner here indicates how many of your energy cubes you're going to have to spend to get these cards. As I mentioned earlier, the cubes are currency. And then it tells you what this card awards you with. It's a bit similar to Quadropolis. You get the price in the corner,
Yeah.
And it tells you exactly what you can now do.
And I'm loving the, again, going back to the production value on this, you've got some, especially in my one, some really cool names for your characters.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff on the cards, you've got Psychic Probe, armor plating, and there's this really terrifying character there. it's like a bird with armor, kind of roped together. He seems like a bit of a badass. I don't want to meet him down a dark alley. And then you got like wings, and then you've got an old lady on one of them, a monstrous child. So if you reach 0 health, if you got this card, discard all your cards and lose all your points, but you gain 10 health, and you can continue playing. So all the cards bring in a different aspect to the game, not just fighting, but picking up a card, a bit more fun depending on what you have.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell Richard Garfield and the team behind these two games have got a great imagination. You mentioned some of your characters there and the abilities, and I've got the long neck, which is used to eat a plane.
That's one long neck.
That is a huge neck.
Unless the plane's flying quite low.
Yeah, maybe coming into land. You never know.
Who would want to land when Rob's taking over?
You go from one extreme to another. You got Phoenix Blood.
Okay.
Don't want to mess with that guy. And one I've got to point out, I like this one. Well, these two actually. I just love all these games, all these cards in these games. Sorry, you got the Stink Attack. It looks like a giant monster. What's the word, Zane? What am I looking for?
Skunk.
Skunk. That's the one. It's stinking out my eye. And finally, because
chemical warfare at a whole new level.
Because it's New York, we've got the tourist with his I Love NYC t-shirt on and his little camera.
It's like taking a break from smashing up the city and trying to get in a few good pictures before he destroys the rest.
Getting a shot of the Empire State Building. Now, I mentioned earlier on there's a couple of extra cards in the game, which I mentioned earlier. So when you roll 3 stars with the dice, you get the Superstar card. Which is a nice golden dinosaur trophy statue there. So yeah, you roll 3 stars, you get this card, and then as long as you've got this card, every time you roll, you get extra points per roll. So it's really good to try and keep hold of this if you can. It'll get your score up to 20 quicker. And we also have the Statue of Liberty card there.
Well, you can't have New York without something to do with the Statue of Liberty, can you?
You cannot. And you get this card when you roll 3 of the skull icons. So you gain 3 points when you take this card, but then when you lose this card, you lose 3 points.
Okay.
So it may not last too long. But again, great artwork, nice addition to the New York game.
Do you have any final thoughts?
I mean, the main thing I'm going to say is I want to play this game. A lot of the games we unbox, they look good, people buy them, but don't appeal to me that much. This is one of these games where I want to play it. It's up there with Cash and Guns and Codenames.
I agree. I think from the outset the artwork is fantastic. The components are very simple. The game is simple in the rules to play. Everything pops out at you. The colours, the monsters. Who wouldn't want to play with Space Penguin?
He's a dude.
And again, with the roll of the dice and the fighting mechanism, I love, and the points as well. Everything's very simple. It appeals, I think, across the board, not just to sort of adults, but teenagers and kids.
Yeah.
I can see this on a Saturday, Friday night, families at home, after dinner, bring out a board game, and what better one to do than King of Tokyo or King of New York. Well, guys, that's it from us here on this unboxing of this fantastic game and another fantastic game. Both games together, absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends. And if you haven't done so, you need to subscribe to this channel. And that's it from us here today. Thanks very much, Josh. Thanks very much, guys. We'll see you next time.